Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing another Helix tone. We're mimicking another amp, and the amp we're looking at today is the Fender Princeton. On the Helix it's called the US Princess, and that's what we're looking at today. So a few weeks ago I uploaded a video talking about my presets being available on the Line 6 website, on the custom tone part of the Line 6 website, where you can download the presets of the models that I've created, of the presets I've created. And today we're looking at the Fender Princeton, which I've actually already uploaded. But what we're looking at today is we're going to look at listen to how it sounds, but also I want to let you know that I've kind of slightly altered it. So I'm going to upload the version that I've made today for this video. I'll keep the old one on there, and I will upload this one as well. This one's called the V2 version, and I'll make a note on the website so that you know that which one's which. The differences are, I'll go into more detail in the actual main part of the video, but generally speaking I've just changed a couple of the gains and added a couple of extra Stompbox pedals to the version 2. On a side note, I bought a bunch of these picks recently. Let's see if we can get close. I can't remember what the company is. What's the company again? Dan's Guitar Store, I think it's called. Got these on Amazon. Basically, look how pointy they are. They're really pointy. So I thought I'd get these. I usually use the Jazz 3 picks, the red ones, the extra large ones. And I thought these look quite good. Let me give these a go. You get a 10-pack and they're like £6 or £7, I think. So if you're interested, I'll stick a link in the description below if you want to pick some of these up, and if these seem interesting to you. I've used the Jazz 3s for like years and years now, and I always seem to come back to them. But I thought I'd give these a go as well. I like the colour as well. If you drop these on a dark floor, you're going to find them reasonably easily. Anyway, back to the topic of today. But actually, just before we do that, please, if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And any videos that I do, if you like them, please give them a thumbs up. And also, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach my first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And you guys subscribing and liking and watching and so on really helps this channel out. And if you like the sound of the preset we're looking at today, you can download it on the custom tone part of the Line 6 website. It's downloadable for free. But if you do like what I do, if you do download anything, or if you like what I do in this channel in general, you can buy me a coffee. And just to be clear, because some people were confused, you're not literally buying me a coffee. You're just sending me a tip for the price of a coffee, or roughly a coffee, my way. It's like Patreon, but you don't have to sign up and pay every month. You just pay once, or you can pay more than once if you want to. I thought it was just easier that way. I didn't really feel like starting a Patreon thing just yet. But if you do appreciate what I do on this channel, or if you download any of my presets and you feel like you want to give something back, then feel free to buy me a coffee. Links for that are also down below. Just click on the link and it's very easy to do if you want to do that. Right, let's get into the Fender Princeton model on the Helix. So as you can see, I've labelled this PF Princeton V2 because, as I said in my intro, this is a slightly altered version of the original Princeton that I uploaded to the custom tone website on the Line 6 website. So there's a couple of changes here which I'll go through as we go through. The first change, I guess you could say, is the push channel is my default. So once I open this, it will default to the pushed snapshot as opposed to the clean. Only reason being because I like the sound of it. I like it more than the clean. The clean is good for if you're using a guitar with higher output pickups than my Telecaster, which is what I'm using at the moment. And then you can go to the clean, and it will hopefully sound a bit similar to how my Telecaster sounds through the pushed snapshot, at least in terms of gain anyway. So as you can see here, I'm in snapshot mode, and I've got a couple of effects, stomp boxes, if you could call them, along the top here. So let's go through this. So I've got my clean, pushed, and this is where I depart from my usual format. I usually have like a crunch and a solo snapshot here, but instead I've got a Fuzz Face and one that I've called Filth, and we'll go through that in a moment. Let's start with the clean. So I've got some snapshots here, but the only thing that's really changing is the drive. Everything else, apart from the channel volume, which I've only used that to compensate for any kind of volume differential, everything else is unsnapshotted, shall we say. So just the drive here. So here's my clean. For the push, I've turned the drive up a bit more. Alright, so here's my clean sound. Okay, so with this guitar, it's quite clean. Let's try the neck pickup. So one thing I'm hoping you'll hear there is the reverb. It is just a room reverb, but I've turned the mix up quite a bit more. Part of the reason is because usually, in my ears at the moment, it's quite prominent. Usually when I come to mixing this video down, the reverb or delay, if I use any, is usually a lot lower in the mix. I'm assuming that it's going to be lower when you watch this video. So I've turned it up a bit, but also I kind of want it to be quite prominent, so it may even need to do with going a bit louder. So if you download this preset, then maybe, I'm not sure how it's going to sound in your ears, whether you're doing it through in-ear monitors like I am, or if you're going to be doing it through a speaker, maybe some studio speakers. So there's my clean sound. I'll talk about some effects through the clean sound a little bit later on, but let's move on to the pushed sound. In fact, here's my clean sound again, back to the bridge pickup. That sounds really lovely to me. That's why I like the pushed sound to be my default snapshot when I go to this preset, because it just sounds nice. I'm generally not a fan of completely clean sounds like the clean here, but I kind of like to have the option in case you have to play a song where you do need to be completely clean. So there's my pushed. Let's check out the fuzz face. So all this is... Okay, so here we go. The fuzz face has gone, the drive has gone back down to what it is on the clean. So 2.7 there. If I go back to the clean, 2.7 there. I think I've just brought the volume down because the fuzz face adds a bit of volume. So there's the fuzz face, and here's how it sounds. I really like the sound of that, really dirty. I know some people really don't like the fuzz sound, but when you dial it in right, it does give a particular kind of dirty sound to your drive sound. It kind of just sounds like a really horrible version in a good way. But it is an acquired taste. Not everybody likes the sound of fuzz, and there are different types of fuzz, and you can get different sounds. I was one of those people who didn't like the fuzz sound at first, and then I started to hear some fuzz sounds that I did like. And that kind of piqued my interest. All right, what have we got next? Filth. So Filth is basically the fuzz face sound, but I've added the Minotaur or the Clon, and also the Elephant Man delay. The Elephant Man delay is just a slapback delay, and I may relabel that for when I upload it, just so that you know that it's a slapback delay, because there is another delay here which we'll talk about in a bit, Bucket Brigade kind of analog delay. But anyway, here's Fuzz Face, and I'll turn the Filth on. There we go. There's the Elephant Man delay. That's kind of the delay time. That's set. That's not tempoable. That's not tappable. Sorry, I should say. So those are your 4 sounds. If I go back to clean, what you can also do is go into Stompbox mode, and what I've done, and this is one of the differences between the version 1 Princeton preset that I've done. The Tube Screamer, the Scream 808 isn't there. The Bucket Brigade delay isn't there either. And I've only put these here in case you wanted to be in Stompbox mode and you want to just control everything by as if you had a Stompbox or pedal board in front of you. So we're in the clean snapshot at the moment. Here's my Tube Screamer. In fact, here's clean and Tube Screamer. Let's do neck pickup as well. You can add the Minotaur, the clon, to kind of get a bit more gain. I really like these in the pushed snapshot. So here's my normal pushed snapshot with no extra effects. With the Tube Screamer. If you want more gain, you can add the clon. If you wanted to maybe add some vibe, maybe I might even add the clon in a bit for more gain. So I'm gonna attempt to kind of try a Ariel Posen type sound here. If you haven't heard of Ariel Posen, he's a guitarist who I've kind of come to really love as a guitarist in the last, I don't know, few years or so. Fantastic guitarist. Check him out for sure. And he has a sound that I really like, which I think usually is like through a clean amp, a very clean amp. So I'll go with the clean here. Into Stompbox mode, let's turn the Tube Screamer off. I'll put the fuzz on and the Elephant Man slapback delay. There's usually a bit of reverb and there's other things going on, so it's not going to be exactly his sound, but I want to try and get in that ballpark. So here it is, guitar volume on full. I'm going to roll the volume down. It's a very kind of cleanish sound. It's not like a horribly dirty sound, but it can be when you roll the volume back up again. So if you're a guitarist who likes to ride the volume knob, this is quite a nice sound. I'm not sure if I want to add anything else to this. Let's try adding the clon just for a laugh, see what happens. Right, let's go back to the pushed, back into Stompbox mode. Let's talk about this 60s bias trem, this tremolo sound. So it's kind of this kind of R&B kind of sound, I guess you could say. Bucket Brigade. This is some delay. So a bit of analog delay just for those solos. I should really probably put this in a solo sound, which I probably will do in a minute. In fact, let's do it now. Tube Screamer, Clon, and Bucket Brigade. You can also add that to the Filth if you want. Let's go into Filth. We'll add a bit of Bucket Brigade in a sec. Now the slapback's already on. Let's leave it on. Let's see what happens when we just add the Bucket Brigade. Yeah, it really kind of sounds like the sound is kind of overflowing. It's kind of like the Filth snapshot is the kitchen sink, and adding the Bucket Brigade delay is overflowing it with water. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. And there you go. There is my preset for the Fender Princeton. Actually, it's my second preset of this amp. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, you can download it on the custom tone part of the Helix website, which will be linked down below. It is for free, but if you do download it, if you do like it, and if you download anything, or if you just like what I do on this channel, then you can buy me a virtual coffee. Link in the description down below for both of those. And if you just happen to be interested in this pick as well that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, then there's a real close up there. How close can I get it? Then feel free to check those out. Link in the description below as well. I'm not being sponsored or anything by them. I just kind of thought I'd just mention it because I quite like this pick so far in the short amount of time I've been using it. Anyway, more videos every Wednesday. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time. Thank you.